recognize the limits of good taste and kind of just fair dealing. As an example, let's say that the borrower is desperately trying to save the project, finds somebody who's going to come and either buy the project at a discount or recapitalize the borrower and put some more money in. They bring that person to the table, they introduce the lender to that person. It's probably not a good idea to go and say, you know what, we're going to stop these negotiations. I'm going to go and call that same person that the borrower introduced me to, and I'm going to tell them when the foreclosure sale is so that they can bid as much as possible at the foreclosure sale. That just kind of fails the good taste and the stench test. And if you were to do something that sort of fails the stench test and fails the good taste test, that's the kind of thing where you might find issues with lender liability down the road. I think also one should be real careful about communications with the borrower. The first step, you've got to have a pre-worked out agreement, or sometimes, if you call it a pre-workout agreement, people get upset because they like to hear pre-negotiation agreement, because pre-workout implies there's going to be a workout. Okay, we can call it a pre-negotiation agreement if you feel better that way. The point is that what the pre-negotiation agreement does is it basically insulates from judicial review the various chit-chat that you might have from the time you sign the agreement until the time you start enforcing the loan or close a workout of the loan. So you don't want to be in a position where the usual give and take between borrower and lender to try to restructure the loan, all of that ends up attached to some litigation papers. And the function of the pre-workout agreement is to basically make all that discussion inadmissible, so that you can go forward with a more relaxed approach to dealing with the borrower without feeling that you're basically talking to the judge every time you talk to the borrower. Now, even with a pre-workout agreement, you want to be careful about somehow leading the borrower down the primrose path, making assurances that sound comforting and nice, but aren't really going to happen. Oh, we'll give you a couple more months, no problem. You want to be very careful about that kind of thing, and you also want to be to the extent possible, confirm the discussions in writing, A, so that you've confirmed what was said, and B, so that you can restate the fact that nothing is binding until the parties reach a final agreement and it's been approved by everybody that has to approve it. I think if there's an exposure, you just have the traditional exposure of he said, she said, they agreed, they didn't agree, and you can easily protect yourself from that. Just with a good pre-worked out or pre-negotiation agreement.